All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
We're the brothers from GMS Camp Atlanta, Nathaniela. And we want to start off first and foremost by giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekha Kodash. Also double honors to our elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who taught us this truth, and peace, love, and salutations to the men out there pushing this word in truth and sincerity. And, you know, we just want to get into these lockdowns and this coming sedition among the nation. All right, you have like places like Canada, who is now enforcing, they're regulating the amount of people that you can have in your home, and if it's reported that you have more than a certain amount of people in your home, then they're going to come forcibly remove those people. Okay, and my question is that how long do you think that people are going to deal with this? You know, we're in a rebellious society, okay, and the laws change to benefit those people that are in power like that, and they're always oppressive to the poor, okay, always. So now you got these draconian laws that are out, all right, and they're telling people that you can't gather more than 6 people in the home. Well, what if you're a family of 6? Then what? You know, I know for me for sure, I have a family of 6 people in my house. So what do you think people are going to do? You're being told that you can't do business. You're being told that you can't have people at your house. You're being told that you have to stay locked down in your home. You're being told that your children can't go out and play. You're being told all of these different things. How long do you think people are going to take that? So we want to bring out that the 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter.
Where you want me to start at?
I think around, what does it say, the 15th verse where it says there should be sedition among men. Is that it?
I'll start at 14. Okay. This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Verse 15. For the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands.
You see? Oh, you got it out.
Oh.
Oh, no, you go ahead. You know.
Verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
So that goes into exactly what I was saying. The course of their action is going to be within their own power, because people aren't going to continue to stand for this type of oppression. Okay? Could you go back up to verse 14, Baba Kashan, and read that again?
2nd Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
Now, this is going to be a worldwide thing. Right. That's why you're seeing this shit happen in all places of the world, because this is going to happen all over the earth. It's not just going to be here in America, right. But America always follows the other nations, right. You know? So the other nations are going to enforce these lockdowns just like they did in Wuhan, China, and then eventually it came over to America.
Well, look at today. Today is what, January 3rd, 2021. England is already in Tier 5 lockdown. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They're going to have it to where it's Tier 71. You can't even blink. You know what I'm saying? You also have Spain that's on lockdown. So a lot of that energy with what these European countries, they're shifting it westward. And best believe, brother's been telling you, there's going to be a second lockdown. Mm-hmm. So when we continue.
Yeah, kind of.
2nd Ezra 15 and 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. Now, if I can say, we always bring out the scripture, we talk about race wars, but there's also civil wars coming to America, man. Trump does not want to leave office. He felt like he got cheated. So his followers, his groupies, are going to feel the same. All right? There's going to be Democrat versus Republican. You have you have this Senate runoff in the state of Georgia where we live at, and that could cause some type of chaos by that. Because the bishop put a video from World Star Hip Hop, and it was a commercial. And they're basically Esau's basically threatening people to vote, and he's basically telling him, "Look, we know where you live at, we know you voted or not." So that's going to cause chaos in itself. People in their political factions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And you best believe that Esau is going to start causing chaos for those people who don't want to participate in his bullshit, man.
That's right.
He definitely is. He's going to make it very difficult. And that's why you're already seeing cues coming out, or you can't fly or travel, you know what I'm saying, unless you have proof of a vaccine or you have proof of a COVID test, okay? It's going to progressively get worse. They're forcing your children to go back to school right now, but eventually, this shows you how diabolical this devil is, right? He's going to force your children to go to school, but eventually he's going to say that it's mandatory for them to be vaccinated in order to attend school, but then it's mandatory for them to attend school. So you don't have any damn options whatsoever, and they're going to put forth mandates. They're going to put forth mandates to where you can't homeschool your children or you can't get an exemption. You're going to have to get the vax, okay? So, was there more on that, or you?
No, we're about to go to the next few verses.
Okay, kind.
Excuse me. This is 2 Ezra 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power.
Right. So basically, what that goes into is people going to say, you know what, man? For lack of a better word, fuck this shit, man. Right. We've tried to comply. We've tried to do right by you, but what's happening is that we can't. What you wanting us to do is too much for us to bear. So we have to do something else. We can't go by what you say. And then you're going to start seeing factions of people banding together. You know, you're going to start seeing that, and then you're going to start seeing people warring against one another. You know, and it ain't going to be no damn race war like people think, the so-called blacks versus the so-called whites. No, it's just going to be people against people.
Yeah, because you got there's Jakes in this Proud Boy movement. You got Jakes that voted for Trump. You have Jakes that's in Antifa. You got Edomites that's in Black Lives Matter. So it's not a white and black thing. It's just these different factions that are against each other. They're going to be going toe-to-toe, man.
Mm-hmm.
I got that word sedition from the online etymology. It's a noun from the mid-14th centuries. It says rebellion, uprising, revolt, concerted attempt to overthrow civil authority, violent strife between factions, civil or religious disorder.
All right. I want to go into that one phrase. He said, concerted attempt to overthrow authority. Mm-hmm. You see, these people are going to be, they're not going to care, you know. They're going to go against their authority and they're going to want to overthrow them because these authoritarians are going to be the direct cause of what they're going through. You know, eventually people are going to shake off this bullshit, this Democrat and Republican, and it's just going to be like, I need to eat. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be like, I just need to eat because, you know, there's no more jobs because Esau going to shut the jobs down. He's going to make it mandatory to where you have proof of vaccination in order to work. You know, this is coming down the pike. Oh, if you want to work, you're going to have proof that you got the max, that you got the vax, whatever. You have to have proof that you have it, right? They're already putting out cues now. Like one of the jobs that I may be working for in the future, they put out a notice saying that we will not force our employees to get the vaccine. Now, anytime you hear companies say some shit like that, that means that they have it on track to eventually put it in place for your employees to have it.
That's just like in football where if the higher ups are not in agreement with the coach, they'll say, "Oh yeah, this guy, he's our coach," and they fire his ass the next day.
Mm-hmm. So
you can't trust the words that this devil says, man.
Not at all. You can't trust them. So you know, the what you got to do is believe in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man, that He's going to be the one to get you out of here. Mm-hmm. But right now we're really in prophecy, and the Lord is visiting this place, and that's why all these things are going on. You got it.
I got a definition, man, because something just got into my spirit about the word coup. All right, now, the word coup d'etat is a sudden, decisive exercise of force in politics. It says especially the violent overthrow or altercation of an existing government by a small group. You're going to see all these little small militia groups try to stand by 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, which is the White House. All right, you're going to have these little coups in your local states. That old 1776 spirit that Esau had when the Revolutionary War spirit, when they drove out the French and they drove out the English, that spirit is coming back. That old militia spirit, don't tread over me spirit, that's coming back. All right, and you got a lot of Jakes that's in that mind state as well. because they took on the philosophies of Esau, Edom here in America.
Mm-hmm. I got a precept on.
Come.
This is 2nd Ezra 2 and 9. I'm going to start at the top. It says, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time whereas the highest will begin to visit the earth, visit the world which he made. So you're seeing all of these things that are happening. That's why I mentioned earlier. The Lord is visiting this place, man. The Lord is here and he's visiting this place and he's turning things up, man. He's hey, man, you know. And as the scriptures say, the time will come where the Lord gonna search out Esau, you know, our punishment for our iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. You know, the Lord, He gonna search out Esau and your iniquity because it's your turn. All right, continuing on. It says, Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. We see that, right? We see all over the earth uproars of the people. Hey, didn't we just have a bunch of earthquakes at the first of the year?
Yeah, like the first day of the year, January 1st, you had earthquakes in the United States, Baja, Mexico, which is basically Baja, California, Mexico. Puerto Rico got hit with a series of earthquakes, man. I wouldn't be surprised if the Most High obliterates Puerto Rico in 2021, man. You know, the Most High last year, He sent an earthquake through Puerto Rico, and He started out 2021 by sending an earthquake through Puerto Rico. So all you jakes out there in Puerto Rico, man, hey, but you better get your spiritual life together, man. And then also, He sent earthquakes to a lot of the Caribbean islands, man. So the Lord, hey, we're already looking forward to see what happens on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of this week, man. Because last year around this time, they killed Soleimani, you know. So expect this year to hit off with a boom, man. The Lord is going to throw something in the mix. They'll be like, oh, shit. Oh, shit moments, man.
And I hope so, man. I hope so. I think I got one or two more. It says, Then shalt thou understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So that's why I say we're in prophecy right now, man, because all these things that are happening, we're literally living the prophecies of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai right now. Right. We're seeing everything come into fruition. So for those of you that are seeing these things happen and know these things, what kind of mind frame should you have, man? Right. You know, what kind of mindset should you have? Because you see the prophecies being fulfilled right before your eyes. Right. You know? But y'all jakes out there, man. Y'all still out there. What was the one dude who did that song? I want my stimulus check, yeah. Fun, I want my stimulus. That's the type of mindset Jake is in, is getting a handout from Esau, man. You know? What can you give me? But this ain't the time to be thinking about that, man. Your time is to be thinking about your salvation and getting the hell out of this place, because we're at the end. You know? We're at the end. And as you can see, you're already seeing all these so-called white people. They're gathering together talking about how they don't want to stand for this, that we got to fight our government and all that stuff. And that shit about to get real, man. They about to go from words to physical violence. Yeah. You know? You got it out.
2 Ezra 15 and 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Like the brothers mentioned earlier, man. All right. People that love to travel. We know the black woman loves to travel. She's probably flying somewhere right now as we speak, a pack of them. But you're going to have to get vaccination papers, some type of device to let you know that, hey, this guy's good. Even though they said that you still got to wear a mask with all this crap going in your body, which makes no damn sense at all. You know, people, these Americans, they yearn to party. You know, Miley Cyrus had a song called Party in the USA. All right? They played that during one of them, the Purge election year, the movie. I remember that. But people have this party spirit. They have these raves that's going on, these little small time parties. Esau's going to be like, to hell with that. The party time is over in America. It's time for you to start complying when people feel like their freedom's been taken away, which you never had. See, that's the devil for you. He tells you that you got freedom and you don't. Okay? So people are in that mindset that, hey, I'm free. I'm an American. I can do what the hell I want to do. To hell with that. That's when that rebellion is going to come in, and Esau is going to use that hammer and come down hard on these people. But really, that's Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai using this devil, because Esau is basically a puppet of the Most High. Mm-hmm. So verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. All right? And men are going to be afraid. All these big, tough guys that you see on YouTube, and they got the muscles on top of muscles, and, you know, they benching 800 and all that other shit, man. They're going to be bitch made in that day, man. All you gangsters, all you niggas that's out here in the streets talking about you a real nigga, you gonna have your thumb in your mouth, and you're going to be crying for your mama in these days, because you haven't been building yourself up through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai to deal what's going on. The Lord is going to put the spirit on us to deal with this, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just like he's putting the spirit on us to deal with America right now. You know, just yesterday we was at camp. We saw two sodomites get married, man. Okay? So he's putting the spirit of us to endure through this crap. And he's going to put that spirit on us to endure through these coming times that we're in. And verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And that's what's going to start rebellion, man. Mm-hmm. The ribs touching. Okay, America's at the point now where they're going to a food bank. When the ribs touching, man, you got to make life-altering decisions, man. So that's going to cause uprisings and rebellions of the lack of bread.
Mm-hmm. I got one too, real quick, because I want to go into Revelation 13, and I want to go into verse 16, and it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand of foreheads. And I want to go into this word cause, all right, causes. So when you go into that word, it's paeo, and it means to make. You're going to force them, okay? You're going to be forced to take this shit. And it's going to be the same with the Maxine. You're going to be forced to take that shit, man. You know? Yeah. It's not going to be a choice in the matter. You're going to have... And what are you going to do when they say, okay, take this Maxine that you can't eat? Just like the brothers are going into your stomach, going to be touching your back. What are you going to do then? What are you going to do when your little children are looking upon you and you're saying... they're crying, mommy, mommy, daddy, daddy. Well, for most of y'all, it's going to be mommy, mommy, because the daddies ain't even in the picture. Right. You know? What are you going to do? And most of y'all moms, son, we're about to eat. Let me just go ahead and get this, and we'll be good. So for a lot of y'all going to take it. You know, he's going to, and it's the same with the Max, right? But for a lot of people that these things are going to be forced upon, they're going to rebel against, and that goes into that sedition among men. Because they'll be like, nah, we're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? And we were the brother, the captain. What was he talking about yesterday? Like I think it was the captain, or the officer, Akasha Kuala. He was talking about how people gonna rebel when you force them to do something. Right. You know, when you sit there and say, "Oh, you're going to do this," and you don't have any choice, eventually people don't give a hell who you are. They're gonna be like, "Man, how you? No, I'm not doing it," and they're gonna buck up against you. You got it.
Now, okay, me and this brother. We noticed past couple days, man, because we've been spending some time together through the spirit, that they've been making all these roadblocks, man. Here in Atlanta, Georgia, they've been making roadblocks on certain interstates. And it's going to be a point in time where people are going to be like, to hell with that, man. All right, so even when the scriptures say a man shall desire to go in a city and should not be able, these people already are going to be to hell with that. Like I said, these don't tread on me Edomites, these J-Star and Proud Boys, Antifa, all these so-called organizations, they're going to be to hell with that. So you're going to see a riot. You're even going to see states exit from the feds, man. Mm-hmm. Texas, California, get ready for states to succeed and be independent on themselves, man. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah. And you have a couple of states that's already talking about that. Well, you know, Texas is always talking about seceding from the union. You know, that's Texas's thing. But you're going to have that because the federal government is really pushing this on the state. And you're going to have a lot of state governors that may be like, nah, man, but we can't do it because like a state like Georgia, you know, hey, man, you got a lot of good old boys out here, man. Right. You know, a lot of don't tread on me, and they all gun-toting. And they're not just regular, oh, I just got me a pistol, man. They got military-grade weaponry, you know, and they have the training that they consistently train just for the point of engaging in this type of business that's happening right now. That's right. So you got a lot of factions that are ready. So it's not going to be just, oh, well, you know, they're going to, no. That's why you think they've been trying to get the guns for so long, man? Mm-hmm. They've been trying to get the guns because of that reason. They know that these people out here ready to use them.
Right. That's why they're trying to under number 46, the guy that's trying to come in. You know, they got this mandatory buyback gun program. But on top of that, hey, for the lack of bread, it's gonna starting to cannibalism, man. A lot of you jakes, man, you wasted your bullets on New Year's Day shooting bullets in the hood and shit. You better save them motherfuckers, man. Because when there's a lack of bread, that's when the scriptures talk about cannibalism. And these Edomites gonna be looking for some fresh nigga meat, man.
And hey, bro, that's where the word pick a nigga came from. Hey, they was in they full strength, and they was still eating niggas.
So imagine now.
You know, like you know what? We're gonna have a nigga for dinner. You know, and they'll go out and kill a nigga and cook his ass. You know, and so how much more now when they literally just don't have any food,
Right.
and they're not like Jake is. Jake can sit on an empty stomach for a little while and wait for something to happen. He ain't got it like that. He don't have the mental fortitude to sit there and say, okay, we can just wait and something gonna come along. The Lord gonna bless us with something. He ain't got it like that, man.
Right. Exactly.
You know, he gonna be like, we need to go out here and tear some shit up. And the first person that you see, whether of course if it's a Jake, he gonna kill that and eat his ass. They showed that in movies like This Is the End. Y'all look at it as a comedy. You know, but they were really showing you the nature of what will happen to the nature of people if that type of scenario was to happen, and they just did it in a comedic form. But when you really look at it, man, that's some horrible shit. Right. But who was all doing it? Esau.
I got something right.
Go ahead.
Second Ezra 15 and 57. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy cities shall be broken down. They go to cities be broken down again, man. Ain't gonna be no man to take out the trash. The plumbing man ain't gonna be able to fix your clog in your sink. The city's gonna be wasted, man. It says thy city shall be broken down, and all thy shall perish with the sword in the field. Verse 58. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood for very hunger of bread and thirst of water.
God damn. You hear how horrible that is? They're going to eat their own flesh. That means they're going to kill their children, you know, and eat their kids, you know, because, of course, the person that's the weaker going to be the one that get ate up the first, you know. Oh, I didn't mean to eat his kid, but I got to live. You know, no honor. Not saying, okay, I'm going to sacrifice myself so my lineage can continue. You're going to kill your kid and eat him, you know. But, hey, that's what this place is coming to. So you're gonna have rebellion, okay? You're gonna have lockdown. You're gonna have sedition. Right. Those things aren't coming. They're here.
Yeah, they're here.
All right. You got anything? You got anything else?
That's all I have.
All right, Con. So all right. So with that, we pray this is an edifying lesson. We're gonna end it off by giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakal Kodash. Double honors to our elders and the apostle, great millstone. To the next time, Akim Shalom.
Shalom.